Why did Sun Tzu excel in property development feasibility studies? Because he knew the art of the deal long before the art of war. And how do I know this? Because Sun Tzu said it himself. Sun Tzu famously quotes in The Art of War, "The battle is won before it's even fought." And getting your property development feasibility study right is no different. Regardless whether this is your first property development project or your 175th, the key to a successful property development project starts with a robust feasibility study. So let's dive in. You wouldn't start a business without a business plan, right? How would you know your target audience? How would you know if your pricing and sale forecasts are adequate? How would you know which operating costs to allow for? The same applies to property development. Before diving headfirst into the brick and mortar, savvy developers do a reality check. It's called a financial feasibility study. Done during the due diligence phase, this feasibility study ensures your project doesn't land in the red brick zone. Simply put, you crunch numbers to ensure you are building up profits and not just building. I used to run a construction company in partnership with another builder, and oftentimes I used to hear, "We need a project to keep the boys busy." It's called flying by the seat of your pants. So why do savvy developers conduct a financial feasibility study? First off, only sensible property developers do a feasibility study. The unsensible ones apparently lose their shirt and all their sense. Another reason is concept testing. Think of this as your trial and error phase, but instead of costly mistakes in the real world, they are safely contained in a piece of software, which, by the way, now runs in the cloud and is waiting for you to sign up. More on that later. What I really mean is that it's a bit like drawing up blueprints for a water slide that starts up on your roof, and it's a great dream, but maybe double check those plans. A feasibility study allows you to get proof of concept if what you're designing even works financially on paper. It gives you a confidence boost. A thorough feasibility study is like a pep talk for developers. It doesn't just whisper sweet profit margins in your ear, but also assures you you've got this. Even if you are new to the game, with a sound concept, a market craving for your product, and a feasibility study that makes financial sense, you're in for a win. Another thing you can do with a feasibility study is finessing your finance. Wondering how much dough you need, when do you need it, and for how long are you going to need it. That's what a feasibility study is meant to do. That is, spill the beans on your cash flow requirements. Here's a fun fact. Running out of cash halfway through your development are like the dementors of property development. Keep those baddies away because they will suck your soul. Plus, a feasibility study is your ticket to the cool club with bankers and investors. It's basically saying, look, I've done my homework. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. In this world where the blind lead the blind, just a touch of that extra effort goes a very long way. And who doesn't love a diligent student? In short, while a feasibility study might seem like the bean counting chore that it is, it truly is the golden goose of property development. What you really need to do to make your job easier is to get a feasibility software. And it isn't just about counting your chickens before they hatch. It's about ensuring that your eggs aren't in a money-sucking black hole. Before we dive deep into real estate, sign up for Lead Developer Feasibility Suite. It's an ever-growing suite of feasibility applications, aka different types of real estate performers for most scenarios. It'll tell you whether you are about to hit gold or just a very expensive rock. Look, whether you are flipping houses or just flipping pancakes, there's a formula that never falls flat. Always know your numbers. You want to flip? Don't flip out. Know your numbers. Eager to develop? Cultivate your numerical garden. Want to control property with an option? It's not puppetry, but you better pull the right number strings. Negotiating? Don't be numb. Be number savvy. Raising finance? Raise your numbers game first to know when and how much to raise. Impressing lenders? Wow them with your numeric wits, not just bricks and bits. Want to stun your investors? Let the digits do the dazzling. Have JVs on your mind? Join the club, but only the right digits are allowed. You like no money down deals? No problem. But no number knowledge? That's a big problem. Structuring deals creatively? Be a Picasso and paint with numbers. Remember, in the real estate world, you are either counting or you are counting yourself out. Let's say I was faced with the electrobiomechanical neural transmitting zero synapse repositioner, referred to as the neuralizer in Men in Black. And Will Smith was going to bamboozle me. Will Smith was going to wipe out all my memories and take away all my abilities except for one. Do you know which memory or ability I would like to keep? The ability to know numbers. Because I can learn everything in time. But to get started, to take the first step, to make deals, to structure JVs, to move forward, and to find out how much money I need to raise from others, I need to know my numbers. Simply put, it's the ability to do a robust feasibility. A lot of people get scared of numbers and don't want anything to do with them. The real reason they are scared is not numbers. They're scared because they don't know the complete process in detail. They don't have all the answers. Sadly to say, they are flying by the seat of their pants. I can tell you right now, they will not be in the real estate game for long. Because a financial feasibility is the one thing that lets you assign a dollar value to every step in the property development process. The only time it's okay to not know your numbers is when you don't care whether or not you make a profit or loss. So click the link in description and sign up for Lead Developer Feasibility Suite today.